Okay, my data is still imported, is still importing, but we can find or we can see already some uh, of the things I was mentioning. For example, we see in this graphic, um, which is named sentiment average over time. It's basically a line graph where you can see that in 2009 there is of an average sentiment of 0.51. It's a value between 0 and 1, where 0 will be uh, negative and 1 will be positive, right? 0.5 will be in the middle. So we can see that in 2010, sorry, 2010, there's a sentiment of 0.49. Then in 2011, there is a sentiment of 0.5. Of course, it can be due to many reasons. Like, for example, it can be that it actually found less posts during that time, so there is actually less data to analyze, right? Um, so that's why I was mentioning earlier that this data has to be compared to exclude or to create better metrics, um, identifying those situations, right? Um, so it decreased a little bit from 2011 to 2012. Then the average sentiment increases on 2013. It actually decreased on 2014, increased in 2015, and so. Okay. Also, we have to take in consideration that my data is still being importing, so this could change actually in a couple of minutes. Then we have the this one. It's also sentiment average, but this will um, it's a drill down graphic where you can select. For example, you can see that in 2013 there is an average sentiment of 0.51, and if I click that that year, I can see the months. So I can see that on this specific year, on month 8, we have 0.6, on month 9, we have 0.45, on month 12 will be December, 0.44, and I can also check the week. In this case, I put the week instead of the actual day of the week. So we see that this will be on week 52, this will be on week 51, 50, right? We can see that. We also have another similar, but this one is actually decomposed on, we have the year, okay? And we also have the months, but this one actually has the week, the day. Um, this one has actually the day. So we can see this one um, will be in 13, 18, 15, 59, 20, right, etc. This one is basically, uh, this one is by week actually, just by week, year and week. It doesn't have the month. So here we have like the posts count over time. So we can see that on 2008, it only found one post. Um, I know what this is. Basically, I opened my Facebook profile about, I believe, in 2008. So there's no data before that, and there was very few data those that year. Um, so in 2009, it actually found 2042 posts. Then we can see that it was increasing over time up to 2010. Then in 2010 to 2011, it actually decreased a little bit. It decreased from 472 to 426. So these are also signs of data we can analyze. Like, okay, um, why the amount of posts decrease this year, right? And why it increased this year, why it actually kept somewhat stable over these years, and why it increased this year. Um, there are some studies that say that if you publish, for example, more than 3 or 5 posts per week, those could be also signs of low self-esteem or um, or depression. Um, of course, the data has to be analyzed in context, which is one of the next parts of the project. Because, for example, there are people who actually share to help others, so they constantly share. There are also marketing tools that create automatic posts in your profile, so you are really not posting. You are actually configuring um, applications to take data from other sources and um, post every once and then. There's a tool named Hootsuite, for example, where you can schedule your posts for the week or month. You can set it, okay, post on the better time, and you can create like 8 or 10, I believe, even more posts per day, totally automatic. You're basically not even using or not logging into Facebook. You are just using that application to create the posts you want to share, and the application will do that uh, at the scheduled time. So those are also that's also information we have to take in consideration for this kind of project, because those will not be cases of depression or suicidal tendencies or low self-esteem. Those will be actually marketing strategies, right? Um, so this is basically what we have so far, and we'll be integrating more. Um, we will be integrating more cognitive services and more metrics and more um, comparisons and validations, so we can make it much better. Thank you.